Three top DoorDash executives expected to sell 2 million shares apiece on the open market. What is this going to do to DoorDash's stock price? Well, it ain't going to be good. Right now, I think the stock's sitting at $64 a share. It has hit lows of $50. It IPO'd at like $100 a share. So overall, this is not good news. DoorDash IPO'd at over $100 per share. This is not no financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, but I just want to let you know this right now. They not finna tell you that they finna sell and they finna make their money. They gonna tell you after they done made their money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the way it works is it's not insider trading because they have certain parameters and certain things that they have to do in order to be able to sell their shares that they have as the CEOs of this company, right? So they have certain timelines where they're able to sell a certain amount of shares. And they got before the Q1 earnings to sell their shares, and they selling 2.5 million shares on the open market. DoorDash IPO'd at over $100 per share. Now, if the three CEOs of the company selling the majority of their holdings, right? Now, they still gonna have major stakes in the company, but they selling the majority of their holdings. What do you think is gonna happen to that stock for the rest of the year? They ain't had nothing but bad earnings. They barely didn't turn the profit for the shareholders, and now all three CEOs is selling the rest of their stock right before Q1 earnings. What you think gonna happen for the rest of the year? If it was me, I'm gonna let you know right now. Look, this is not no financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, but I just want to let you know this right now. They not finna tell you that they finna sell and they finna make their money. They gonna tell you after they done made their money and the price is already going down. That's why I'm here to let you know. Look, if you're holding that DASH, I would be looking at it really closely right now, because if I'm holding any, I'm letting it go. I'm not finna wait for the ship to go down and then be worrying about if it's finna bounce back up. No, I would be cutting my loss right now, or either locking in my profits if I do have any. So if you're holding DoorDash stock, I will be watching these moves very closely, because in the next coming weeks when they release these Q1 earnings reports, it's going to be a lot of interesting things happening with this stock. The options may be going crazy. You can see a lot of volatility in the market on this particular stock and different stocks in this particular sector. So depending on what happened with these three CEOs with DoorDash, it could positively or negatively affect different stocks in the sector. What are these different stocks? Well, you got the Uber stock, you got the Grubhub stock. All these stocks IPO'd and are down 50% from the level that they started at. This should be an indicator that these companies are not turning a profit. And that's why DoorDash had to let go of 1,200 employees over the holiday season. So if I was you, I'd be watching this situation very closely. If it was my money, I'd be pulling out, because I don't trust none of them. They was never in it to make money for the shareholders. They was in it to make money for themselves. Check this out. DoorDash stock is over 250 million shares. Now, that's a very high flow for a stock. The stocks that I trade, they typically have a share float between 5 to 10 million, sometimes 20 million, but anything over 25 million share float, I consider high float. And that's not an issue, but what you got to realize is when they selling 2.5 million shares on the open market, that's going to make a move. 2.5 million shares times the price of the stock right now, you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, okay? And with that amount of shares being sold, it's gonna make some movement in that price, and that could in turn make other stocks move in the sector, because DoorDash is the market leader. But I'm here to let you know that if the CEOs are selling over 2.5 million shares, that's gonna have an impact on people that's holding right now. And these are things you need to know so that you can make an educated decision on your investments for the future. Because look, I'm here to tell you, Dash and Trader got your back. I'm gonna let you know what's going on so that if any craziness is happening, you can be well informed. You can make your educated decision on how you're going to make your money in the future. Now check this out. In 2023, we leveling up. It's going to be other stocks that we're looking at, analysis on, and seeing what we can do to make this money. But I'm going to let you know right now, I don't trust DoorDash, and I would not be investing my money in DASH right now. And look at this. DoorDash CEO and other co-founders to sell millions of shares of stock. Stock falls. Now, I ain't even surprised at that. Son. Is you surprised that DoorDash stock then fell and the CEO selling the shares? You ain't surprised. It's just crazy, man. DoorDash Inc.'s three co-founders will sell millions of shares in the company beginning next month. That's this month, February, right now. DoorDash, stock ticker DASH, and Chief Technology Officer Andy Fang, and Chief Product Officer. These are the top three people at DoorDash. Stanley Tang. Have unexercised stock options that expire June 25th, 2024. So these stock options that they bought, they expire next year, but they exercising them right now. Why? Let's find out. They're gonna sell up to 6.6 million shares. Among all three of them, it's like 2 million shares apiece. That's crazy. Look at this. It say the executives adopted trading plans in compliance with the federal rules designed to avoid accusations of insider trading. Now, I'm not saying they is, but this is basically their way of saying they get handed these stocks when they take this job, right? And they accumulate them over the years as they get bonuses and whatever. And they have a certain parameters at which they allowed to sell these stocks. They bought the stocks with an option expiration date of June 25th, 2024. But they are exercising them a year early and they selling them. And this is within the SEC guidelines that they set up for CEO, so it's not insider trading. So it says that the three executives will spread out their stock sales from February 2023 to June 2024. Tony Hsieh intends to sell up to 2.2 million shares of Class A common stock on the open market. That's huge right there, y'all. Because this stock right here, DASH, it got a float of, what's that? 262 million shares. So if the CEO is selling 2 million shares on the open market, you better believe that that's going to cause major market volatility. Okay? I will be interested to see in the coming weeks what the changes in the Doordash stock will be because of these recent news that we got right now. Is it going to make the stock price go up? I think it's going to go down. I think it's going to continually go down. It might bottom out at a certain level. But don't take my advice as financial information, okay? Do your own research. Do your own due diligence. You know, make sure you have your own risk management parameters. Me, I don't never risk more than 2% of my capital on any given trade, okay? So make sure that you follow your own risk management rules. Make sure you follow your own trading rules. And make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button for your boy so you can make sure that algorithm go ahead and get this jumping. And I appreciate you. Look, we're going to catch you in the next one.